Warren G featuring Nate Dogg.
R.I.P. Nate Dogg. Most definitely.
Very sad.
Yeah, very
That's
sad.
a tune and a half.
Most definitely. The past couple of days we've lost a couple of legends. Yesterday we lost an old school British reggae legend, goes by the name of Smiley Culture.
That's really shocking as well.
Yeah.
That's really dark, all of that.
Very much
a shame.
So. Very, very much so. And then today, Nate Dogg, it just... Yeah. But anyway, his legacy will live on with the music, and you are listening to BBC Radio 1's longest show ever. Tonight on BBC Radio 1 and 1 Extra.
Yes.
Chris Moyles and Comedy Day.
Yay!
That's right.
Hello, good evening, I'm Mr. Jam.
Mr. Jam!
Yay!
And Chipmunk's still with us in the studio.
Chip, Diddy, Chip.
Now,
The Chip of the Diddy.
you've been on air,
Chip.
Chris and Dave, since 6:30 this morning.
Yes.
6:30
That's right.
a.m.
So 14,
No, I'm playing that. What should we play?
14 hours, 10 minutes.
Oh, let's play this.
Bit of Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Cool. How long has it been?
14 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah!
And you're not... Genuinely, whenever I come in and I do a show and a little bit flagging, maybe I've
Yeah.
did a club night the night before or whatever, I ramble.
That's right.
Rubbish. You're holding it together, fellas.
Yeah!
You want to hear us at 3 or 4 in the morning, I reckon.
I'll be listening.
Could be interesting.
What?
All right, Little John.
What?
Do you want to hear a total?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, new
Of what
one.
we've raised so
Brand
far?
new total.
Yes, please.
Brand new total. So, have we got a total bed? Can you do that?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
I just want to try and keep the standard up. Everyone else so far today has been great. You know?
Well, not everybody.
I was listening on the drive-in, actually. Richard Madeley and Phil in the studio.
That feels like a long time ago, doesn't it, now?
It was a long time ago, fellas. It was a long time ago.
All right, what do we got?
Okay. So, the last time we read out the total,
Yes.
26 minutes past 7,
Yes.
we were at £212,189.
Amazing.
Right now, or should I say at 25 past 8,
All right.
£227,527.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's all right, but I feel it could be a hell of a lot more. Because you guys have been on air for 14 hours and 11 minutes. I think people need to dig deep.
Do you know what? I thought we'd raise 100 grand. I'd be really happy with that.
Really?
It
Genuinely,
really did,
yeah.
And we've raised like over £225,000. I'm like,
See, I think it could be better. I think it could be better. I'm getting a lot of text here. I'm sitting in front of the text console, the Radio 1 text console. I'm sitting in front of my Twitter. I'm sitting in front of my Facebook, and everyone's saying that they're loving the show tonight. If you're loving the show tonight, pull out your phone and send a text.
that's right.
Costs £1. The pound goes to Comic Relief.
Yes, it does.
And the full terms and conditions are available online at bbc.co.uk/Radio1.
You got to be 16 or over. Always has to bill pays permission, please.
Please do, yeah.
It costs £1 plus your standard network message charge. But then you're given £1 to Comic Relief, which is ace.
And the whole pound goes to Comic Relief. You want to
Yeah.
donate, text Chris, CHRIS,
Thanks.
to 70011. That's 70011.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Jam.
Chipmunk, how many texts have you sent?
I'm just about to send one right now.
Yeah.
Good man.
Spend some of that champion money.
Yeah.
So that's 700. Okay, two
11.
70011.
And it's the word Chris, that you want to text.
I'm texting the word Chris.
Thank you, Chipmunk.
And then you'll get a little text back from
Send.
Comic Relief.
Do it a few times, Chip. You can afford it. Come on.
Let go. You too, Jam.
I've got no signal down here, but have a look. Look. I've done it a few times.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Let's play another record.
Oh, okay. All right.
Another audio gift. Drum Sound and Bassline Smith, not
Yes.
too far away from my hometown of Nottingham. They're from Derby. This is a big drum and bass record. Zane Lowe's a big fan of it. I've also heard Fern play it as well. But this is a little special version that we've got for you,
I
Chris.
love that.
Moyles, D-I-D, Chris, Moyles, D-I-D.
It's me.
Moyles, D-I-D.
Yes.
Chris, Moyles,
Kaboom!
Moyles, D-I-D. Chris, Moyles, D-I-D. Chris, Moyles, D-I-D. Chris, Moyles, D-I-D.
drum sound and bass line something. Smith. Yeah.
Baseline Smith.
I know a John Smith. I've never heard.
His name's Simon Smith.
Right.
Is it?
Simon Baseline Smith.
Simon Baseline Smith.
See, that's a good middle name. My middle name's Lloyd.
Oh,
But Baseline would be better, wouldn't it?
mine's Chris.
Is it?
My middle name's Chris, yeah.
Mr. Jam,
What? What's wrong? Chris, what's wrong?
I've been on the radio for 14 hours.
Yeah?
Oh, no, hang on. I'm flagging.
You're flagging.
I'm flagging.
We need the bass cannon.
Bass
I need the bass
cannon.
We
cannon.
need the bass cannon, so we'll get the... Quick!
I need the bass cannon.
Quick!
Ready?
Come on! Bass cannon! Chipmunk doesn't know what's going on.
Come on, Chipmunk!
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, bass cannon.
yeah.
Bass
Bass
cannon.
cannon, Chipmunk.
How you do it, Jam?
Whatever!
Whatever.
You're like one of my uncles dancing at a wedding.
However you feel when the bass cannon drops.
I wish I could get the headphones a bit louder. They're on a, what do you call it?
They're limited.
Yeah.
Protects your ears.
Okay, cool. I hear that.
Bum diggy 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 bum diggy bum.
You nearly got to the end of the show without it.
Now that'll do. All right.
Now, listen,
Yeah,
we're
this
having a
is-
lot
yeah,
of
This is
fun.
my street.
9 o'clock.
This is my street.
9 o'clock's
where I
BBC
live.
Radio 1 Extra.
Yes.
We split off with you guys.
Oh no, one extra's leaving us?
Really?
We'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
I bet it'll be rubbish compared to this.
Well, you say that. We do a daily dose of dubstep on my show
Yes.
every weeknight at 9 p.m. on BBC Radio 1 Extra. So if you're just getting into dubstep, if you've never heard dubstep before, if dubstep is the genre that people are talking about but you've never actually checked out, Monday to Wednesday we get some of the biggest DJs and producers from across the dubstep scene to provide guest mixes for my show. Thursday night it's me in the mix. Tonight, Quest representing Deep Medi is in the mix at 9 p.m. So if you want a bit of music and no chatting, because we don't interrupt the daily dose of dubstep other than for the news.
Sounds like a crazy man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Crazy
Music
idea.
and no talk.
Radio with music?
Who would want to hear that?
I don't know, but if you did, BBC Radio 1 Extra is the station for you. If you've got yourself a phone that can get on the internet, bbc.co.uk/1extra. Or if you are watching on Sky channel 0137, Freeview
right.
channel 701,
Oh, I
Free
don't
Sex
take
channel
our audience
701,
away from me.
Virgin channel 9. Come on, Chris, you can spare a couple.
No way.
You can spare a couple.
No way.
I'm
Or
greedy.
if
Damn
you
right,
go to
Chipmunk. No way.
If bbc.co.uk/1extra from your computer, you can take a listen. Alternatively, carry on listening to Chris because
Yes.
it's all on the BBC iPlayer at any given point in time.
9 o'clock tonight, by the way. If you're listening, or maybe if you're watching on the red button, we've got a nice little show when 1 Extra goes back to 1 Extra land and Radio 1 continues.
Yes.
It'll be me and Dave.
Hello.
Vernon Kay's coming in.
Hello, big man.
That's if he turns up. And also Jimmy Carr's coming in.
Oh, Jimmy.
He's next door already.
He's in, by the way. He's loving what he's hearing.
See, we should get Jimmy in to give him a bit of bass cannon.
You'd be really surprised with what music Jimmy's into.
I heard he's a bit of a gangster rap fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
loves
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. With the ladies in the back. Well, it's not ladies, but, you know.
Jimmy, we should sit down and chat, mate. We should talk beats. We should talk beats at some point in time, mate.
Honestly, seriously.
We should all go out sometime at some point.
Yeah, no, maybe
I'm
not.
saying it because
right.
you're saying no.
No, I'll go out. I'll go out with you. No,
I won't have to
not
take you
like
to a
that,
club.
but, you know.
I won't take you to a club. Fine. I'll take
I'll
you
go out with you. Yeah, I'll go out with you.
That in slang is what is known as a par. You've just parred
That's
me.
not a golfing term, is it?
No. Slang term is just basically you shut me down.
So before 9
Pardon
o'clock,
me.
what we're going to do,
It's a part.
and this could be a very bad idea, but you know when you watch the telly on BBC One and they go, oh, there's trouble in Albert Square now, down in EastEnders, and all that, I'm going to do the 9 o'clock link with Dave and everyone in the studio on the BBC, the continuity. So BBC One viewers who have no idea what we're doing will be sitting watching the BBC, and BBC One, all of a sudden it's going to cut to this studio on this camera.
Wow.
And it's going to be me going, hello, viewers, and we've got to introduce MasterChef. However, I might try and shoehorn a link in about, why not press the red button and watch me and Dave and Vernon and Jimmy Carr instead? So we've got to do that on BBC One. What was it? What, do I want to rehearse?
Do you want to rehearse now?
Sure.
Go for it.
So I've got to say
How long have you got?
20 seconds to say, and now
20
here's
seconds.
MasterChef.
All right, cool. Do you want me to time you?
Okay. You pretend to be Vernon, and Chipmunk, you pretend to be Jimmy Carr.
And I'll pretend to be Dave.
Okay, you
Okay.
ready?
I need to stand up if I need to pretend to be Vernon.
All right.
No, I'll sit.
Here we go. Clock start at 40. You ready?
Yep.
Hello, BBC One viewers, I'm Chris Moyles. This is my friend Comedy Dave.
Hello, I'm Dave.
Vernon Kay.
Hello.
And Jimmy Carr.
Hey.
And we're doing a record-breaking radio marathon for Comic Relief. You can watch it right now on the red button. If you hit your red button, you'll be able to see us live in the studio having a good old laugh. Or you can just sit back and watch MasterChef, which is rubbish.
Oh!
How's that?
Nice.
Spot on.
I don't think you can say the which is rubbish
Right.
bit on the end.
Okay.
I think you need to be more...
Do you know what, Dave? I think you're doing such a good thing. I think you should.
Hey, Chipmunk, thanks for coming in, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for bringing in our jerk chicken,
Always
which I shall be
pleasure.
enjoying.
Thanks for the,
Sorry you didn't like the dim sum.
The dim sum. Well, you tried it. Now you know that you don't like dim sum.
yeah.
Spicy prawn is not.
Next time I'll try it hot.
All right, okay. Good. Yeah,
like
nice
that.
one. You might like it.
Texture.
Speaking of stuff that you might like, let's play a record from one of your mates, Wretch32.
Oh.
Featuring an example, this is the Distance remix of Unorthodox. If you like the sound of this, you might like the Daily Dose of Dubstep on 1 Extra from 9.
Oh my God.
Good this.
Seriously? Got more plugs than electrical shop, you.
I'm taking the opportunity to tell the people about 1 Extra.
Retro boy, you know we make it come. The history's proof. This is a future cut. We don't fall in our crowd.
Wretch32 featuring an example.
Don't fall in our
Unorthodox.
Distance remix.
Jimmy Carr's loving it, Mr. Jim.
Oh, tell you what, that was the Distance remix, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was pretty sure it was the Distance remix.
Yeah, you've got it.
You're down, Jimmy. You know this. We know this.
Mr. Jam, thank you for the last couple of hours. Can we do it again tomorrow, please?
I would love to.
I'd
In
love
fact, I'm going to bring you a couple of more presents tomorrow at 7 o'clock
love
if you
that.
can last.
That'd be
Obvious
great.
chicken is always good.
Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
so I reckon we're going to bring some Irish dancers. My dad's Irish, your mum's Irish, we've got a shared Irish
Let's have some
heritage.
Irish drum and bass.
Irish dancing to drum and bass, I reckon would be the one.
bass. Let's have some more dance hall. And all that.
And there's an artist called Maverick Sabre, originally from Ireland, grew up in Stoke Newington, moved back to Ireland, and now he's back in the UK. It's this guy. He's absolutely amazing live. He's going to bring in his acoustic guitar, and he's going to sing to you guys, if you can make it.
Well, listen, we'll do our best, definitely.
All the best for overnight, fellas.
Thank you, Mr. Jam.
you.
Just dip into the fruit if you need to, and hey, if you need an extra boost, I'll leave you with the bass cannon and the kaboom.
I love that. Kaboom!
Made forever now. I feel strong. I'm still young now. Where we gonna go?
Right, Maverick Sabre. Okay, so we're going to do a live link on BBC One on the telly, what we call a continuity link, Jimmy.
So are they expecting this, or
Yes.
the show's just ended and then it's
Yes,
us?
it's going to be us. All right, so we're 30
What's on
seconds.
next?
Oh,
we
on
know-
the telly?
On the telly, yeah.
Yeah.
We should say
Sit
something.
down, sit down.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
going to say MasterChef. It's all right.
MasterChef.
Yeah, so it's 59:29, which is in about 15 seconds. We're going to be live on BBC One. I know.
It's quite
it's mad.
scary, actually, isn't it? Do you
Yeah.
not think?
A little bit, yeah.
So in 10 seconds, we're going to be live on BBC One.
Okay, live on BBC
ready?
One. Yeah, sure.
No swearing, Jimmy.
No, I promise I'll be good. I don't think I'm allowed to swear on the radio either, but telly's proper.
Hello, viewers. My name is Chris Moyles. This is my very good friend, Mr. Comedy Dave.
Hello.
This is Mr. Jimmy Carr.
Hi.
And together with Vernon Kay, we are on BBC Radio 1 and the BBC Red Button, broadcasting for as long as we can for Comic Relief. So if you want to watch the fun, press your red button right now and see us all live in the studio on Radio 1, or just sit back, keep watching MasterChef.
MasterChef.
Boom!
I thought that went well. What?
That's fun.
Was that the real thing or rehearsal?
That was it.
That was it, okay.
Are we now, have we got the job of continuity announcer?
I
There must
don't
be.
think so.
I always wonder who does that. Because they always pretend that they've just watched EastEnders.
Yeah.
They'll pretend that it's coming up. Oh, I'm really into EastEnders. Are you? You're reading the Sporting Post and going on to the next thing.
ITV2 is the worst. They're always like this. Oh, well, that was a great show tonight. And it's like old Northern Working Men Club's comics. Oh, and they're always giggling. Coming up next, oh, the only way is Essex. Oh,
He's 29 seconds late. Look who's just walked in.
it's Vernon Kay! Very surreal! Been
Direct
watching
from
you
the
all
Handsome Boy modelling club. There he is.
right. Direct from No Doubt a Corporate. I'm sorry, Jimmy. That's your guy.
Have you been watching at home, Vern?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Looks really good.
Good.
All right,
really
well,
good.
we're on. That was Mr. Jam's show. We're off 1 Extra now. And now, let's do us.
This is BBC Radio 1's longest show ever. With Chris Moyles and Comedy Dave and Mr. Jam. Comic Relief.
Not Mr. Jam.
Hour 15.
Not Mr. Jam, it's Vernon Kay!